Today we're going to be making Arroz Caldo, a Filipino rice porridge dish, perfect for cold or rainy weather. Today we're going to make a Filipino rice porridge dish called Arroz Caldo. Here are the ingredients for our dish. 3 pieces of hard-boiled eggs, 1 whole onion minced, 1 whole garlic minced, about 1 cup of ginger, about 4 stalks of green onions, 2 pieces of chicken drumsticks, and about 1 cup of raw rice. Traditionally, you'll be using sticky rice for this, but I usually been using just regular rice. The only difference is you have to cook it a lot longer, so it gets very mushy. And also, we're gonna need some fish sauce to taste. First thing we're gonna do is, we're gonna be boiling our chicken. So there's about 2 cups of water here, brought it to a boil, and then now we're going to be placing our chicken and just let it cook through. Cover and then just let it cook for about 10 to 20 minutes until fully cooked. Now we've finished boiling our chicken, we're going to set it aside. And the stock that you got from the chicken, we're going to save it for later when we're going to cook the rice. We're going to use that as the stock to flavor the chicken or the rice. So for now, we'll set our stove to medium-high heat and we're going to start sauteing everything. First, we're going to add in some oil. Then we're going to saute our garlic first. Next, we're going to add in our onions. And then our ginger. For me, the ginger is the key for this. The ginger and the ginger and the garlic, because I like this porridge really strong on the ginger side. So you can put less ginger if you're not into ginger that much. But I mean, for me, this is like the most important thing. That's why I put a lot of ginger. I'm gonna add in a little more oil because the oil is what's gonna give that rice all that flavor. So I'm trying to infuse that oil with the flavor of the ginger. So my video cut off. I don't know where it ended. So what I did was I added the rice. I stirred it around with the rest of the vegetables around the oil. I put in probably a tablespoon of fish sauce, toss them around, and then after that I put in some the chicken stock that we made. Also keep in mind, if you're cooking this rice like this, it will absorb the liquid. So make sure you keep you add liquid if it starts to run dry. Also don't forget, if you're adding in liquid, make sure you add in some chicken flavoring or chicken powder, so it doesn't go bland because you're just adding water. So now it's boiling. Let's cover it. Reduce our heat to medium-low and just let it simmer until the rice are soft. And in the same time, while we're waiting for that rice to cook, let's shred our chicken. Our rice are coming along well. So what we're gonna do now is add in some our chicken that we shredded. Just mix it around. As you notice, we are running low on the liquid, so we're gonna add in more water. For me, I never measure, so I just pretty much add in some water because it will continue absorbing that water. So let's bring that up to a boil again and simmer it, continue simmering it until the rice is soft. Let's go check on our porridge. All right. You want it like this, you know, wet but not too soupy. Sure, you surely don't want it dry. So let's let's taste it first. It's lacking flavor because I added some water earlier. So we're gonna add in some chicken flavoring. You can either add in chicken flavoring or fish sauce, or both. See, it's what the rice is also doing is it's making the broth thick because it's a very starchy. It's a very starchy rice. Much better. I'm gonna add in some more crushed pepper. Fish sauce will go good with this, but if you're a foreigner and you're not into fish sauce, you can always just add in some chicken flavoring, just just so it has some body to it, not just salt and pepper. So let's continue. Let's cover it and continue cooking it for probably another 10 minutes. Let's go check on our porridge. It's nice and thick now. Again, the thickness is coming from the starch from the rice. So we might add, I know it still looks soupy, but the rice will continue absorbing all that liquid. So I would add in probably a little more water. And then what I'm gonna add in next are the eggs. You can add in as many or as little eggs as you want. I used to have 6 pieces here. Well, 3 whole pieces that's cut in half. Unfortunately, somebody raided my eggs. I guess my daughter was like around the kitchen and decided to take some of the eggs. Also, we can add in probably 2/3 of the green onions. And then we can leave the other 1/3 for garnishing later on. And then you can taste it again one last time. See if the seasoning's perfect. Other than that, this is ready to go. And so when you're eating this, you usually add like toasted garlic, toasted crushed garlic on the side, some egg slices, or some even put pork rinds. Sky's the limit pretty much on what you want to add on top of it as a topping. But for me, pretty much just this. The key for me for this is the garlic and the ginger. I put a lot of those so that the porridge will taste more of a ginger and garlic flavor. So this is it, and we're ready to plate. Here's our finished product, Arroz Caldo, or rice porridge. Hope you enjoyed today's show, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.